Mhm. Hey, hey, hello, we're live. Yes, indeed. Happy Thursday, happy journey, happy day. As you can see behind me, I am in Malibu, beautiful Malibu. It was raining this morning and cloudy, and now the sun has come out. I was thinking of thinking of Annie while I was driving to work this morning. The sun will come out tomorrow. Um, and it did indeed. And what a dramatic scene it was to see the clouds on the mountains, like just hugging close to the Malibu mountains, and the mountains plunging into the ocean, and then the sun shining on the water. Woo! Hi, Amanda. Hi, everybody. Um, so great to just experience this. Greg, how you doing? Hello, brother. Um, so a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful transformative day. Hello, Nicole. Welcome. Um, and what a great representation, right? That you're seeing this cloudy, dark mountains, and then the sun shining, so beautiful. Hello, Steve. Hello, Nicole. Welcome, welcome. David, so great to see everybody. I'm so glad you all are here. I'm really excited to share with you today. Amanda, beautiful to see you. Much love to Colorado. I'll be in Colorado next week. Excited. But I'm super excited to talk to you today about this topic. Are you on life's purpose? Right? And this idea came to me as I was preparing for this talk. The idea came to me because there was two things in that sentence. Are you on life's purpose? One is, are you on purpose, right? Is there a mistake? A lot of people think, oh, my life's a mistake. Could have been a mistake. Why am I here? I was a mistake. I could even say that about myself. My parents were almost 50 when they had me, right? So that was definitely not a planned in conception. Oh, you're going through menopause. No, you're pregnant, right? No, but there's not a mistake. There's not one mistake. And here's how we know statistically, evidence. We like to talk at Rhythmia to say if that the chances of you being here, the chances of me being here are 400 trillion to 1. 400 trillion to 1. For imagine if you were standing on the beach, getting ready to take a dive, and there was a platform way out in the distance, and you look down to your right, and there were hundreds of thousands and millions and trillions. There are 200 trillion people on that side, and 200 trillion people on that side, as far as you could see, all the way down. 200 trillion on that side, 200 trillion on that side, and we're all trying to get to that platform. Well, guess what? The chances of that sperm and that egg meeting, that means you and me, 400 trillion to 1. So we won that race already. So the question on that level is easy to answer. Are you on life's purpose? Yes. Just the fact that you're here is a miracle. Just the fact that I'm here is a miracle. Then the second part of the question, are you on life's purpose? Meaning the purpose that we have in life. Right? So there's a general purpose, right? We all have a purpose. That's to wake up. Our purpose is to wake up to the truth of our being, to the truth of our eternal nature, to the vastness of our beingness, right? That's our purpose. But then so many times at Rhythmia, people come to do plant ceremony and ask the question, what's my life purpose? It can't be to be working this 9-to-5 job. I'm meant for something bigger. What's my life's purpose? And I had a really interesting experience in ceremony. A friend of mine was sharing with me in ceremony that they came to ceremony to look at what their life's purpose was, right? It had to be more than what they were doing. And they started experiencing the effects of the plant medicine, and Mother Aya was kind of laughing. And my friend said, you're laughing at me? You're making fun of me? And she said, no, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just laughing because you don't think you're on purpose. And he said, what do you mean? This is the conversation in ceremony, right? Between he and ayahuasca, he and his higher self, he and the eternal nature of his being. And she said, no, I just think it's funny that you're sitting here in ceremony, having an amazing experience, and think that you're not on your path, think that you're not on purpose. That was so impactful to me. And it made me realize that our larger purpose is to wake up. But we have many, many purposes in life, many purposes in our daily lives, right? And we think that it's got to be some big, grandiose purpose. However, that larger purpose gets revealed to us in the everyday life, because there's no big or small in God. There's no big or small in the divine presence. This is the principle. That the presence, it's the omni nature of the divine. That's the principle that we're talking about here, the omni nature of the divine. The presence of the eternal living spirit, Mother, Father, God, the energy of all of life, life's force itself, the life force everywhere present, is omnipresent, it's omnipotent, it's omniscient, and it's omniactive. The four omnis. And what does omni mean? Omni means all. Of all things. So it is all things present, all things potent, it's all powerful, omniscient, it's all knowing, all knowledge is contained, and omniactive. Every activity has to be part of this singular source, singular power, singular energy, singular intelligence, everywhere expressing. So if it is everywhere present, it is omni, it's of all things, then there's no big or small in the divine presence. There's no more of it over there. Somebody's experiencing some good, so it must be more over there, and I'm not experiencing good, so it's lesser over here. Not the case. There's no big or small in God. And in fact, one of the things that I love saying in any situation where, our normal tendency would be to kind of wring our hands and go, oh, I'm so sorry, somebody's in the hospital. You drive by a really bad accident. There's a tragedy somewhere. And what do we say? One of the things that we can say is God is in the midst. Hey, there's Hamid coming in. Facebook Live with Ham. Hey, brother. You guys, many of you have probably dealt with Hamid calling in to book Arrhythmia. So he is the man in charge of all the good stuff that goes to get you down to Rhythmia. So we had a little guest appearance with Hamid. So, but the point is that there is no big or small in God, meaning that the omnipresence, the omni nature of the eternal living presence is everywhere present in its fullness, can't be divided up, it's equal. So right where you are, all of the knowledge, all of the power, all of the energy, all of the love, all of the abundance, all of the joy, all of the excellence, all of the creativity, all of it is right where you are. And when we are seeing something tragic, for example, we can say, God is in the midst. Spirit is in the midst. And what does that mean? It means that despite the appearances of what's going on, there is an order and a balance and a harmony seeking to emerge. That is the principle, meaning that perfection and order and balance and harmony are always seeking to emerge, but can I be a channel for it? That's the saying, God is in the midst, or the presence is in the midst, or peace is in the midst, or love is in the midst, whatever. That's just a quick prayer that you can say when you walk by or you see something tragic, you hear something bad on the news, God is in the midst. And what is that saying? It's saying this. It's saying that we're not being caught up by appearances. We're not being hooked by the appearance of something, because guess what? The appearances change. The appearances are ephemeral. They're never the same. I'm not always going to look this good, baby. Yay, wait a minute. Yes, I am. And yes, you are too. Let's just not get caught up in that false error. We are always going to look this good. We are always going to have the vibrance and the energy and the presence within us. But here's what I'm trying to say, is that we're not hooked by appearances. And how do we not get hooked by appearances? Remember the old saying, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there, the old philosophical chestnut, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there, does it make a noise? Well, the metaphysical answer is no. Why? Why doesn't it make a noise? Because sound is a vibration. And a vibration, a frequency of sound must be received. It has to have a receiver in order for it to be realized. So we can look at the appearances in the same way. We can say that the presence, the energy of life, the good that is seeking to flow, the order, the balance, the harmony, the joy, the love, the excellence, the creativity that is seeking to flow through you is seeking a receiver in order to be realized. Just like the sound wave must seek a receiver in order, a speaker, for example, in order to be realized. So when we say God is in the midst, when we say the presence is in the midst, no matter what's happening in our external circumstances, it is saying that I am opening myself up to be the receiver for the good, the order, the balance, the harmony, the abundance, the joy, the health, the beauty, the creativity, whatever is seeking, whatever appears to be lacking in that moment, I'm opening myself up to be the receiver for it to be realized. Because in this current situation, the car accident that happened, there's an appearance that it isn't there. But if I can be an opening, a vessel for that to be realized, then I am on purpose. First of all, I'm allowing the presence, the order, the balance, the harmony, what appears to be lacking to flow through me. And the second thing is that I'm living life's purpose, because we have many little purposes in life, and we must be aware, we must attune ourselves in order to see what that purpose is. Hey, I'm just seeing some great people that joined. Jasmine Lee, what a beautiful thing to see you. Rolanda, Ryan, Jennifer, Andrea, Jasmine, a bunch of Jasmines are on today. Andrea, Robert, Bruce, how great to see you all. Jeff, love you all. Rachel, beautiful, thank you for joining. So the principle is that God is in the midst, that there's no bigness or smallness in the divine presence, and the divine presence is always seeking to emerge, seeking an outlet in order to be expressed. So this is the truth of the non-power of the world of effects, right? That there's no power in the ephemeral world of effects. The power resides in our ability to become a channel for something true to move through us. Because until we wake up to that truth, until we have an experience the non-power of error, the non-power of false thinking, we are left with evidence that suggests that our negative beliefs are true. This is really the point. What evidence can you find in your life right now that your negative beliefs aren't true? Your negative beliefs about yourself, your negative beliefs about others, and your negative beliefs about the world are not true, because there is so much good always seeking to emerge. Here's a couple of examples. I tell the story of being in ceremony at Rhythmia and looking for a blessing, right? The shaman would be moving around in ceremony and blessing people, and I was like, well, where's my blessing? I want some blessing. Come on now. And that was going on. And I finally got to a point of realization that your good is my good. It's not a zero-sum game. Back to the omni nature of God, the omnipresence, the omni-active, omniscient, and omnipotent nature of God. That it's not bigger over there and smaller over here. Someone's getting a blessing in ceremony and I'm not getting it. That's the proof of the bigness that God is everywhere present in its fullness and not divided up. So even though I'm not receiving the blessing, the shaman isn't there with the Waira and the Shindu and doing the whole thing, somebody's getting the blessing over there, your good is my good. That blessing is my blessing. How can I stand in a deep realization of that? For the appearances are the blessings happening over there. But the truth is, I can be a receiver for that good. How can I open myself up to that realization? Where can I find evidence that my negative beliefs aren't true? My belief that that blessing was somewhere else and not mine was a belief of error in interpretation. But the truth was that all good is expressing all the time, and that person's good is my good, that blessing is my blessing, because there's just one of us here, right? So this was one way that I was able to surrender my beliefs in error, my belief in wrong thinking. So where in our lives can we excavate these beliefs in the power of sin, the power of disease, the power of false appetite, lack, limitation, worry, doubt, and fear? These lower forms, these lower vibratory frequencies tend to contract us and have us not be as wide of a receiver. That's right. I don't know anything about football, but I know wide receiver. So Have us not be in a contracted state, right? Because the limited thinking, worry, doubt, fear, not enoughness, these contracted states limit our ability to flow, to be an open channel for the divine to express. So just like the tree in the woods that falls, if I am not open to receive that sound vibration, there's no sound. The tree makes no sound. If I'm not open to receive the vibratory frequency of love and beauty and joy and harmony and excellence, if I'm not willing to surrender my belief in appearances to the truth of something seeking to emerge through me and allow myself to be open, then I will miss that opportunity to be the channel, to be the vessel. So the truth is, it's not a zero-sum game, that good over there is my good, and I can trust that I'm taken care of. So, our belief systems can be constrictive. One of my favorite sayings that Reverend Michael said was, worry, doubt, and fear, that's like paying paying interest on money you haven't borrowed yet. Okay? I love that. Worrying about something is like paying interest on money you haven't even borrowed yet. So can we reorient ourselves to be a divine receiver for more good? And then we can wake up to our beliefs. We can wake up to the seeing that our beliefs have been limiting the truth of our nature. And as we recognize our limitless nature, our beliefs begin to stabilize and we begin to trust in the fundamental goodness of the universe and of ourselves. And we're not defending what we believe in, we're living from them. There's no need to be defensive about our beliefs in goodness, our belief in oneness, our belief that we are an open channel for more good, more creativity, more joy, more abundance, more beauty to express, more excellence to express. I don't have to defend that. I'm just living it, right? So this is where we move into a awakened field where we can realize the fundamental goodness of life and the fundamental goodness of ourselves and the fundamental goodness of the universe. So today's challenge, May 16th, today's challenge is to walk the rest of the day in enchantment. Okay, what's enchantment? Let me tell you by telling you what it's not. Enchantment, the antonym of enchantment is misery and repulsion. So the opposite of enchantment is being miserable and repelling, pushing things away. Enchantment, the synonyms of enchantment are fascinated, captivated, enraptured. Enchantment is a feeling of great pleasure and delight and charm. So when we step into today, the challenge of today is to walk the rest of our day enchanted, and walk in enchantment. And in this way, we step into the realm of childlike wonder and awe at everything. And we can recapture the magical sense of wonder by remembering the miraculous power that surrounds us, that's seeking to express through us and become more of an open channel for that to express. When Einstein, the greatest mind on the planet at the time, when Einstein was asked what the secret to life is, he said, you either have to believe that everything's a miracle or that nothing's a miracle, right? He was echoing the principle of the omni nature of God, because there's no bigness or smallness in God. It's not like there's some good over here and there's not good over there. It's all good. So it's all a miracle or nothing's a miracle. Can't be half and half. Can't be sometimes this, sometimes that. So when Einstein was asked, he said everything's a miracle. And in that way, we can realize and remember the omni nature of the presence, that there's nothing big or small. And this brings the awareness to me that every task that I do today, I can find something to be enchanted by. I can find some enchantment in that task. Even if it's going to the bathroom. What can I be enchanted about responding to emails? How can I be enchanted by doing the dishes, right? Well, I can be enchanted by going to the bathroom because elimination is taking place. I can say, oh my God, how amazing is my body? I don't have to think about extracting nutrients from my food, separating out what's useful and what's not, releasing what no longer serves me, taking in the things that are good into my body. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not thinking about metabolizing. I'm not thinking about growing nails or hair. It's not growing up here, but it's growing here. And unfortunately, it's growing here. But we won't get into that. So how can I find enchantment in the smallest things today? How can I walk in enchantment for the rest of the day? Whether I'm responding to emails, if I'm doing dishes, it means that I had enough food to eat. I had abundance. I had something that I could eat. I can be grateful for that. I can be enchanted by the way the universe supports me. I can be enchanted by the way that I am supported and loved beyond imagination, that the food on my plate is a representation of the love that the universe has for me, how all things are working together for my good. It took a lot to get that food, from planting a seed, the guy who picked it, the person who took it to the truck driver, the person who bought it, they got it on the shelves. I went and got it myself. Then I had to go cook it. I mean, all of this had to work in order for that food to arrive to me on the table. So even a meal can be a representation of the fundamental goodness of the universe and how loved and supported I am. So this is one way that we can walk in enchantment and recapture the miraculous power that surrounds us. We can call on it today in the big things and the small things. When we think, what's my purpose, right? We have this big thing, oh, I'm supposed to start a nonprofit organization to help homeless kids on the street. Yes, that could totally be your purpose, but your purpose could also be realizing the divine in the smallest activities of the day. There's no big or small in God. And when you call on the presence with everything that you do, you're bringing an awareness. We're bringing an awareness of that presence with us. And don't think that you're distracting the presence from more important things by calling on the presence of the divine to walk with you in this small thing today. Because there's no big or small in God. It is all expressing through you. Don't worry that we're distracting the infinite intelligence and omnipotent nature of life from more important tasks. The most important task is for us to wake up and realize the fundamental goodness that is constantly seeking to express through us. So how do we do that? By accepting and witnessing what's so, without judgment, where we can open up softly with warmth and intelligence to whatever is occurring. Yes, Sherry, let's be in love with our existence and be grateful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. Wow. That was beautiful. So how do we find a way to walk free from false error and erroneous thinking? When we are worry-free, free from the downloading spiral of limited thinking, we are opening ourselves to more expansive thought forms, more expansive ways of thinking, and therefore can accept what's so without judgment. We can open up softly with warmth and intelligence to whatever's occurring. God is in the midst, no matter what. The presence is in the midst. The eternal energy and all the intelligence is in the midst. Love is in the midst. Peace is in the midst. That's how we can bring this enchantment into our daily lives, because we know that no matter what's happening, order is emerging. When we exude this joy and wonder, even in the face of circumstances, we exude the wonder-like joy of a child who trusts that they're being taken care of. And then when I'm joyful, even in the midst of circumstances, I can be a bigger receiver to carry more light. More light can flow through me. I am a receiver. I am expanded. You are a receiver. You are expanded. And so in this way, I can move from worry and the error of thinking of contraction, and I can take delight in my own light and celebrate others in theirs. Because when I can see my own light and when I can celebrate the good that's happening for someone else, just like the blessing that was happening in ceremony for somebody else, when I can celebrate that, hi Laura, I love that you're watching. Thank you so much. When I can celebrate that, then I truly am in the state where when one shines, it means we all can shine. When one shines, it means we all can shine, because there's no big or small in God. The omnipresent nature of the living presence is everywhere, expressing in its fullness omnipresent, omniactive, omnipotent, and omniscient. All knowledge, all power, all love, all beauty, everywhere present in its fullness, right here and right now. If I can realize that, no matter what the appearances are, then I open myself up to be a bigger receiver, a wide receiver for the football game of life, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So in this way, the light within us inspires others, inspires everyone who sees us. That's why we were saying earlier, we don't have to defend our beliefs. We're living from them. And when we're living from our beliefs, it's inspiring. Hey, Sandy, so good to see you. Yes, we are all connected. So when we are able to literally see the light in ourselves and express joy in others' success, right? Then the light within us inspires everyone who sees us. And in this way, we're walking in enchantment. We're making every moment count. The next interaction is a holy interaction. The next activity is a sacred activity. The next moment is precious. We literally consecrate the moment. What is let's go back to definition. Consecration literally is association with the sacred. So no matter what the appearances are, if I can say God is in the midst, which meaning there's no big or small in God, God is expressing everywhere, and therefore I know that no matter what the appearance is, a greater order and harmony and balance is seeking to emerge. If I can know that, then I can become a channel for that to express. I can be the receiver of that goodness to be realized through me. I can be that light to shine, and then I sanctify the moment. Then that moment is blessed because I'm declaring it sacred. I'm declaring it to be this consecrated and sacred moment. So we bring that childlike and wonder to each moment, and then the moment reveals its purpose to us. So when we're asking, am I on life's purpose? What is the purpose of life? I am saying that the purpose of life is to realize what my purpose is in that moment. My larger purpose is to wake up. Am I on purpose? Am I a mistake? No, I'm on purpose. A 400 trillion to 1 odds that we're here, baby. So you're on time, I'm on time, and with a purpose. On purpose and with a purpose. Our larger purpose is to wake up. Wake up to the limitless nature of our reality, to the limitless nature of our being. How powerful, how truly powerful we are. How do we do that? By becoming more of a channel, realizing more and more in the moment, no matter what the appearances are, that I am more than the circumstance, and that the circumstance is changing. But I am the eternal presence, the I am consciousness is never changing, always the same, always good, always expressing more and more of itself, creating more of itself out of itself. And guess what? You and me are a part of it. So we can bring that childlike sense of wonder and to reveal our purposes in this moment. What is my purpose? I can be enchanted in this moment. There are many little purposes that fall under our larger purpose of waking up. And it might be that we are the next Mother Teresa or Martin Luther King Jr. or Gandhi. It could be. It very well could be that that's our purpose, but it also could be that in this next moment, this next interaction, the next time I'm in traffic, the next time I'm in the store, this next meal that I eat, the next mundane errand or task that I do, is sacred. What can I bring? How can I make that enchanted? And in that way, I am constantly opening up to become a greater channel for the truth of the greatness, the fullness of the presence to be realized through me, just like that tree that falls in the woods without a sound. No sound is made if there's not someone there to hear it. If there's not a receiver to realize the vibratory frequency that is being expressed by that tree. So today, our challenge is to walk in enchantment, to walk the rest of the day enchanted, fascinated, captivated, enraptured, recapturing the magical sense of wonder by remembering the miraculous power that surrounds us, that's in us, as us, and through us. So, man, I'm so grateful to be able to speak about this today, and I want to close this Facebook Live with a spiritual mind treatment. So a spiritual mind treatment. Hi, Mary. Glad you're coming in October. Come on down to Rhythmia. So the spiritual mind treatment is a way of remembering the truth about ourselves and realizing some fundamental truth. So what we're going to do right here is to say, hi, Monica, thank you so much for that. Right here and right now, we're just going to step into gratitude. So we're just going to be grateful together. We're going to step into the gratitude for this life, for this journey. I'm grateful for this technology. I'm grateful to be able to speak about this truth and to realize it for myself and to share this with you. I'm grateful to be awake, aware, and alive today. I'm grateful for the beauty that is all around me in the small things, in the big things. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for each one who came on today, for their presence, for their willingness, for their ability to connect and check in, for their yes about their lives, for their willingness to walk a path of greater realization of their own divinity. I'm grateful for each one of you, and I recognize in this moment that there's one presence, one source, omni-active, omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient, all power, all knowing, all loving, all creative, all excellence, all beauty, all abundance. This is the nature and the name of the divine. I'm calling out its nature and name and recognizing that I am one with it, that you are one with it, that we didn't create ourselves. We were created from something. We were created from that infinite field of possibility, that infinite field of all things possible. Consciousness, from the invisible, we take form and become visible. From the formless, we take form and take this incarnation, this physical human body. And so I'm so grateful to recognize that I am one with it. You are one with it. I am that which thou art that which I am. Can't be separate from it any more than the waves can be separate from the ocean or the sunbeam separate from the sun. And they contain all the qualities of that from which they were created. So we, you and I, contain all the qualities of the divine. The name and nature of the divine is our name and nature. Abundance is our name and our nature. Prosperity, harmonizing good is our name and nature. Love is our name and nature. Beauty is our name and nature. All of the good, all of the wisdom, all of the intelligence is our name and nature. It's all flowing through us. We open ourselves up now to accept more of it, to be a wide receiver for the presence to express through us. And in this moment, I'm realizing that all things are working together for our good, that each one of us within the sound of my voice and each one who is connected to those people and connected to those people is available to more good than they've ever imagined, experienced, or manifested before. That each one is guarded, guided, and loved beyond imagination, that everything is working together for our good, that it's all gonna be okay in the end. And if it's not okay, baby, it's not the end. More good is expressing always in, through, and as each one of us. So I'm standing in this deep recognition that our name and nature is joy, that our name and nature is abundance, that our name and nature is love, that our name and nature is excellence and creativity, that our name and nature is enchanted by the Holy, Holy Spirit. And so in this way, I'm so grateful to speak this word and to know the truth about each one, full to overflowing with the divine flow of goodness that is seeking to express in, through, and as each one. I'm so grateful to know this truth. I'm so grateful to know that it is done. I rejoice in its certainty. I give thanks for its fulfillment. And I say, and so it is. So I'm so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, each one. It was really a pleasure to be with you today. Hey, Alex. Hey, Susie. Hey, Amanda, Kara, Di, so grateful. Siwa Kente, so grateful that all of you joined today. I'm wishing you just so much joy. And remember, walk the rest of the day enchanted, fascinated, captivated, enraptured, no matter what you're doing, because it's all good and very good. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Much love.